Welcome to Keep On Collecting. So here today to talk about our favourite thing.
Space 1999.
Space 1999. We do love our Space 1999, obviously.
What year?
1974 was it premiered and finished in 1976. 48 episodes.
Yeah, so
pure joy for us.
So I think we only saw the series on repeat.
Yes.
So because we would have been, when they repeated the series, we would have been about 6 years old between us. So yes, and what we've got here today is one of our most favourite toys in both our collections.
Indeed.
Is this large-scale eagle, which was the ship in the TV series.
Yep.
And we just love them because the size of them. They're about, were they over 2 feet long?
2.5 foot.
Yeah, over 2.5 foot.
Probably tells you on the box.
Yes, if you have a look somewhere.
It was released when probably about 1977, 76. It must have been with by Mattel.
Yeah, and but never came out to Australia. So we as a child we never got anything like this. No. The toys were quite expensive when we back in the 70s, and so you were quite lucky if this turned under your tree. It turned up under your tree at Christmas time. Yeah, well, probably, as you said, never in Australia. It'd be more in an American would be lucky enough to get this. Maybe European or England probably would have been big. Yeah, that's right. But lots of play value. As a kid, if you had received this toy, there would have been a massive amount of play value in this play set. Especially if you love Space 1999. Yeah, so shall we talk about some features, some play features of this amazing toy? Yeah, so it's what do we got? We got well, there you go. So you could turn as a play feature. You could turn it had the front command module where you put the figure inside, but it had a lever under here, which hopefully will let it come off. Yeah, and as you can see, the module came off. A lot of times in the show they crash the spaceships and they'd have the actual pilot's capsule there sitting like that. So as a child, that's a big thing. Crash a spaceship and they survived inside of this sort of like capsule. But added bonus, you could actually turn it into a smaller ship and slip on the thruster rockets. Correct. As you can see there. What's that going to be used for in this play feature? But as a kid's imagination, I could imagine that you'd have lots of fun doing that. We've had a failure. It's already a crash landing. But, you could have. Houston, there's a problem. How many figures did it come with, Matt? Come with 3 figures. So it was the Dr. Russell and Victor Bergman and John Koenig figures. And I'm missing. You got the missing Helena. I'm missing Helena. Yeah. She didn't survive the mission, unfortunately. No. You have to pick her up on an eBay sale. I think they came with, there was three of these little helmets as well, because they all come in spacesuits. And there was 3 of these little helmets that they had. 3, what are these, air packs? These little white... Yeah, they're like little things for the suits. Yeah. For their space suits. They come with little stun guns. Had a rack in it for the little guns. Yeah, it's got the rack. Inside they had a little hatch which comes over and they used to drop things down, like they lift up barrels and whatever they were doing in space. And I've been lucky enough recently, we'll say probably the last 12 months, 2 years, to pick up some customised. They had these containers, every time they went on a mission, they'd bring out those boxes. They were kind of a weird oblong shape. We found this. Is that a blooper? It's stuck on my blue tack, I didn't realise. Yeah, they used to race around in these little, they called little moon buggies, but in real life in the 70s, they had these 3-wheel, they were called Argos, and they were amphibious, and they could actually go drive into the water and drive out on the land, but they made great little, in the show, great little moon buggies, and So if you're lucky, you can actually still find the real ones of these around, but they go for a fortune.
There's a little kit, you can buy a little model kit on eBay, and I think probably about $100 to get out to Australia. Also, every time they went on a mission, they took some survival gear. We were lucky enough to pick up these. So these are, I think they're pretty much in scale with the Eagle, I would say. They're little containers that they used to take on away missions.
Yeah.
So a bit of a weird shape, but yeah, they're quite light. They feel like they're made almost out of
eggshells.
Eggshells, yeah. So there's a few of those, and I've got like a cylinder as well, and a bit of tubing. And I think Andrew was lucky enough to find on eBay, it was a little bit bigger, out of scale to this, but it was a moon buggy, same style moon buggy, but a bit bigger. I think it was for Big Jim or something, or
oh yeah, for Big Jim, or was it GI, the large scale GI Joe dolls? And
yeah.
So they had the same.
Here we go.
The same Argo.
Yeah.
But they released Space 99 action figures that were in that 8-inch scale, yeah, and fits perfectly in this vehicle. But that was actually made for large scale GI Joe dolls.
Yeah, it looks like Action Team or Action Force or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So, but that's a 70s vehicle as well. Yeah, as you can see. But so that's exactly what they were.
Yeah, go hand in hand really if good play value.
Good play value, yes.
So we're going off a little bit off topic, but we do love our Space 1999. And of course, you know, it comes with some guns as well, so it's a shame the figures weren't overly articulated. Just, you know, they had a bit of a swivel at the hips and their shoulders, and I don't think over the neck. Can't move their heads. So, what's that? 3 points of articulation. And they're not even 3 3/4 inch figures, they're more a 2 1/4.
Yeah, 2.5
inch.
2.5 inch, something like that.
So, not much play value there. But
in fact, I don't think they even fit quite well in the...
No, they don't.
To try and get him in them out of the capsule, it's quite hard. But
my Victor is displayed in the front capsule, but he's kind of stuck in there and he looks a bit awkward. So he's trying to get out. But I mean, the box art as well, Andrew. Like,
it's awesome.
It's almost equivalent to the Masters of the Universe stuff from the early '80s as well. Just the artwork on it as well. It's quite bright.
And to get boxes like these days, it's quite hard. But saying that, the boxes that are still around, because the cardboard's quite thick.
Yeah, good value.
And it's unlike the modern toys, they use cheap cardboard so they can be recycled. Back in the day, they didn't recycle. They either kept them or they went into to landfill. But that's why they last so long, because the cardboard's quite thick.
Yeah. And
the artwork on it's quite good. It's so yeah, it just complements the toy lovely.
Yeah. I guess if you're lucky enough to find one these days and get it into your collection, especially if you love Space 1999, because when you introduced me to it, I couldn't believe that there was a 2.5 foot playset out there that you could get on our favourite show. So I'm glad I met this guy.
The only thing you get at the time is when you're a child were the dinky ones.
Yeah, the dinky ones.
Which I haven't got one here. And Matt's got quite a few dinky Eagles.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I am chasing though is they had a laser gun. It was a water pistol. I had it when I was a child. My dog chewed it up because I was lazy and left it outside. Never leave your toys outside because your dog will chew them.
That's right.
And that's it. And your dad said, you're not getting another one. Now, I think back then they came in a set with a communicator.
Yeah.
They were probably about 50 cents for the pack. Last time I checked, I couldn't win one on eBay because it went for like $1,000. So,
yeah, you're not getting that one, buddy.
So hopefully, if I could hop back into the TARDIS there and go tell my parents to put them back in the cupboard and keep it till I'm 50.
Yeah, that'd work out well.
It'd work out financially beneficial.
Yes, exactly. No, well, anyway, we're very lucky to found this, I think, and so if you're lucky enough to pick one up and add it to the collection,
what do they go for on eBay now?
Well, I think complete one, you'd be looking to get out to Australia close to $1,000.
Yeah.
I see bits like they're not complete. They might be just a shell of this, no figures, and you're still looking at about $400 or $500.
Yeah.
So
it's something that I don't know how many people in Australia would even have.
No, probably not too many.
It's not too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the show was big here in Australia. It was done by the British, but with American actors and some Australian actors. Were
Nick Tate.
Nick Tate. We contacted through his agent because we thought he still lived here in Sydney, and he doesn't. He lives in
LA.
LA.
Yeah,
Yes,
in
but
LA.
he said if we ever came to America, that we could go have lunch with him or something like that. So
Sweet.
we nearly did, but we were plans both of us go to to see Disney Star Wars and tour some of the local collector's shops.
Yes, yeah.
But like everything else, those plans were
just put on hold for a little bit.
Put on hold. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get there one day.
So it gives us a good chance to review some of our favourite pieces in each other's collections. So,
yeah, it's amazing. I love this piece.
Yeah, and unattainable as such that we never knew they existed until around about
2000?
98, 99 or something like that.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, when eBay came more prevalent here in Australia, and that just put us in touch with so many different collections.
Yeah, different types of toys that you never thought you could get out here in Australia.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this one came out from the US.
Yep.
And even when we got it, the Australian dollar was only about 50 cents.
Yeah.
So actually we're doing a lot better these days than what we did back then. And so, and that was a good chunk of the wage.
That's right, yeah. That's right. That's why, if there's a fire in the houses, we're going back for one thing. Well, I am. I'm grabbing the eagle.
Well, actually, I was standing there with my hair on fire, trying to work out what I'd take.
It's got too much. Anyway, well, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. But
I mean, if you've got any questions about it, about Space 1999 and the set,
check the series out. It is on DVD. You can probably catch one on YouTube. It's a show that they could quite easily redo, and as long as they kept the style of the ship and things like that.
They'd lose a lot of fans if they changed that style of the ship.
Yeah, that's right. It's like trying to change the Enterprise and make it totally different.
Yeah,
to what the standard.
Yeah, I think it maintains that interest. Even like now these days, that still. I mean, I'm 50. I don't know how that would look to a 15-year-old, whether that's cool for a 15-year-old, so that's who they'd probably aim it for.
Maybe, yeah.
It's hard to know, really, but you'd think they'd try and maintain the majority of this style and look. Yeah. Feel free to like the video and subscribe and comment. Yeah, contact us if you've got any questions about it.
Yeah, and always, as Matt and I say, keep on collecting.
Keep on collecting.